What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video. We're living life in the Fastlane today well, you guessed it, Fastlane Karting in Stoke. It's just a nice, easy practice session between myself, Josh and Mr. Kyle. Subscribe to his channel by the way, Perico Karting, when he can be bothered to get it up. Don't keep the fans waiting, Kyle. Enough of the nonsense, let's get into this one boys, should be nice and easy. Let's do it. So Kyle is happy to see this place in daylight because he usually comes at night. It's a nice change of pace for me as well. I'm here just as a nice bit of a break from the championship. We've just finished round 4. I managed to secure a P2, but it's a P2 in wet weather racing. Wet weather last time was a complete disaster if you saw my first ever video. At least I think it's my first ever video. It was close to him, but yeah, it was a disaster. I was awful in the wet, and this time I managed to stick it in P2. I managed to be a bit more consistent, and I will get working on that. But I also still need to get round 3 up. I'm being a bit of a lazy sod, do apologise. So I believe I'm in kart 38 for this one. Tyres are nice and cold, but one thing I will say about this kart is the brakes were incredibly snappy. Like the slightest bit of pressure would more or less full lock the brakes. So getting precise braking, getting a bit of trail braking, anything like that was just a bit of a pain. So I had to try and more or less not use the brakes as much as I can and kind of just wing it around here and there. The first session wasn't great in terms of lap time, in terms of pace. That comes a bit better in session 2. After a few laps of trying to catch Kyle in front, I've got to say he's had great pace so far. We come into a first little bit of a battle, we get past the kid on the right and Kyle makes a lovely little dash straight through on the blue flag, cuts the corner pretty nicely. I get stuck behind. So this is more or less how session 1 goes. I catch up to Kyle, Kyle gets through the back markers swerve and react to Kyle and get in my way. It's fun, it's very fun, I love it. Going on the inside here, you see a perfect example of what I mean with harsh braking. Like just tapping it slightly kicks the kart and I nearly drive nose first into the barrier. Okay Kyle, we get it mate. You've gotten faster, you don't have to show me up with overtaking as well. Splitting the lanes, going through the middle nice and easy, and I'm the idiot that tries to send it into a gap that doesn't exist. We get it Kyle, okay. This here is probably one of the only decent moves I've got on session 1. The guy's back end snaps out, I take a little bit of an evasive move, go around the outside at the top of the hairpin. It's nothing special, let's be honest, but it's that dry, I'm going to include it. I'm going to include it, I don't care, I don't want to hear it. With that being said, that brings session 1 to an end. We're going to have to see if we can do any better in session 2 because that was crap. Sorry for making you watch that, but it's dry out here and I'm lazy. I don't want to do round 3. I do want to do it, but I don't. What can you say? We'll have to see if session 2 can improve. It's got to. It's got to. Come on, let's be honest.
How about new?
Yeah. That means my phone thing are already
Thank you, Dr. Evil, for that. Yep, I'm not in the same kart as last time.
Who has been in my kart?
No one's been in the kart, it's new, and I'm not that short, don't worry.
You actually know how to do that, because I don't.
Well, nice little time to educate you. You pulled a little black knob, and the pedals come forward. I know, crazy. I'm not bitter after last session, I promise. After a couple of laps of warming the tyres, this wouldn't be a good video without
Kyle goes crashing.
Yep, you guessed it, going straight into the barriers. Don't worry mate, anytime you're there to mess up, I'm there to capture it. In all defence to Kyle, he has been doing a stellar job of defending, even if he does squeeze me here. Barely enough room, we get a bit of contact, I flip in the finger, a bit rude, but heyo, we move. It's been a good battle so far, fair play to Kyle for the defending skill. He's definitely improved a lot. He is somebody that is definitely worth to follow when he does eventually get his channel up. Right there, he gets a great exit, gets a bit more speed than I do coming out, and holds me down for yet another lap. I get a decent exit out of this corner, managed to get barely alongside Kyle, but again, good move here. He closes the door on me, doesn't let me go too abreast into the corner, and still manages to get a good exit out of the hairpin. So fair play, mate, fair play. I love to see the progress you've made. It's fantastic. I tell you where all this newfound confidence has come from. It's the fact that he's rocking a full suit and gloves now, isn't he? Check him out, he's got some new confidence. But does it help him here? No, he loses it a little bit, loses a lot of speed, and I give him a nasty bit of a shunt. Sorry, Kyle, but go quicker. After that nasty shunt, Kyle lets me go straight through. I think he's realised that you know, he's holding us both up here. Kyle's losing time defending, I'm losing time trying to get past him. So he makes the smart decision and just lets me get past and crack on. So coming up, we finally catch up to Josh ahead of us after many laps. So we're going to see how he's doing on track, see how he's taking it, how he's liking it, and see what we can do to get past him. One thing to notice here, Josh snaps his steering and loses a lot of traction and a lot of speed. I am quite gentle, go through, turn in a bit earlier, carry the speed, but I do mess up and clip the barrier on the exit a little bit, which compromised myself as well. But a nice little tip there, going up through the ramp again. We're going to watch him here, cuts it pretty nice, best he can do, waves me through. It's going to be tight, yep, there we go, but I turn in quite early, made it stick that time, nice and decent. But one thing for Josh to focus on is maybe try not to snap that steering as well, brake a little bit later and turn earlier.
Sorry about that, Ryan. I thought I'd have 10 laps of trying and then I went through.
You're actually pretty good at defending.
Yeah. Shame I'm not very good at racing.
Yep, that is the session, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave you with a little outro of us guys and our thoughts after the race. Kyle's pretty happy with it, as you can hear. Yeah, exactly. We're all loving it. Don't forget, give me a like, comment, share, anything you want to do. Cheers, boys. Take care.
Because I was just going to impede you the whole race otherwise.
You're good at defending, I'll give you that. If you managed to get in front of somebody in a race and you did that, I couldn't get past you.
Yeah, I just waved him through because I was going to impede him the whole fucking way.
Didn't improve anything from all the unhinged.
I was creeping on you. I was
in the end, yeah,
creeping
for
on
a while.
You're braking too early at the hairpin before the down ramp. You're braking too early.
Look at, dude!
Mate, the gap went from this to this because I was braking a lot later.
Mate, how did I set a 27.171? That's ridiculous. I am knackered. That footage is not going on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't mean to hit you that hard as well. Like, you went round the hairpin and you lost your back end and I was following through and you went bang right
Yeah,
into your back end.
I lost it a lot. I think the pressure got to me or something because I hit the barriers about 5 times.
That's what I was doing. I was getting fed up with being behind you, so I kept bumping you.
By lap 10, I was like, I can defend him, but I don't want to because this isn't a race, so I'll let you through.